Hello, class. All right, so we have another video here. We've talked before about angle side congruency and angle side angle. In the last video, I showed a possibility where you can get the ambiguous case where you get two solutions because of side angle. Okay, so today in this one, what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to see if what happens when we get some other of these things. So when I go ahead here and let's just say that we'll drag this stuff in here and tell you that the measure of angle A again is 32, that the B value is 7, but this time we're going to have the A value be 8. So we're given side angle, so that's our hint that there could be some trouble here, and we're going to try to go ahead and find the solutions. So when I set this up for law of sines, what I don't know is angle B, so I'm going to say, great, the sine of angle B divided by the side across from it is 7 should be equal to the sine of the 32 degrees divided by 8. So the sine of my angle B is going to be 7 times the sine of 32 degrees over 8. So we'll go to our calculator and see if we can punch that in. Let's see, what mode am I in? I am in radians, okay? So make sure that we are in degrees. Okay, and we're going to go 7 times the sine of 32 degrees, and I believe that was divided by 8. Take a look here. 7 times the sine of 32 divided by 8. 7 times, okay, that's 0.4636. So we're going to take the sine inverse of that answer, and we get an angle measure of 27.63. All right, so when we go into here, the 27.63, that means that 27.63. Okay. Now, my other possibility that gives us that same ratio is if the B value is, the measure of angle B is 180 minus that 27.63. Okay. So if we subtract the 28, that's going to be 52.37. Okay. So we're going to get 152.37. So there is my other amount for the measure of angle B. That's a bad one. But put that up here. The other possibility is 152.37. Now, as we look at that, we'll start to try to find the measure of angle C. So if B is that and A is this, we're going to go 32 plus the 27.63. And that's going to give me this 59.63. So if we go 180 minus that, it's about 60. It's going to be 20. So the measure of angle C is going to be 120.37. Okay. So the measure of angle C is that. The measure of angle B is that. If we go over here to this one, we're going to take the 150. What do we say that was? 152. We're going to take that and we're going to add the 32 to this, and we get 184.37. Now, when I try to take 180 minus that, the problem is that's already more than 180 degrees. That tells me that there will not be another, not a second triangle. So in this case, A was long enough so that this side over here was not able to double back and make a second triangle. So there is only one other triangle given this side angle condition, 32 degrees, 7, and 8. Now we have an angle B and angle C, and of course, yes, you can find side C. The next case that we'll do is what happens if here, again, we're trying to get that same amount. The measure of angle A is 32, the distance from A is 3, and B is 7. So we have the same setup as we had before when we say that what I want to know is the sine of angle B. So the sine of angle B divided by 7 will equal the sine of 32 degrees divided by 3. So the sine of angle B is 7 times the sine of 32 degrees divided by 3. We'll go ahead to our calculator. We're going to figure that out. So we're going to take 7 times the sine of 32. And this time, let's double check here. We're going to divide that by 3. Okay, so we'll divide by 3. And when I hit enter there, we get this 1.23, 1.24, and I'll try the sine inverse of the answer. And it should remind us, oh, there's an error. Let's go to that error. What's the problem here? 1.2, the sine inverse of the answer it does not like. So that's a reminder that in here, they said the sine of angle B was 1.23. Angle B does not exist. So in this case, it's not a triangle, okay? And it is possible. In this case, what we have is for A right here being only 3. We click on this. A is 3, and it doesn't matter how I swing this around. At 3, it's not long enough for it to make a triangle. And you'll see if I get it just barely long enough, that'll make a right triangle. If I get it longer, it'll make 2 triangles. And if I get it too long, it will not make 2 triangles. It'll only make the 1 triangle way out here somewhere. Okay, so that's the case that we deal with when we have side-side angle, is that we have more than one option. Okay, hopefully this video helped clarify a few things, and it's a little better than the last one. Go ahead and finish your day 2. Good luck, and I should see you tomorrow on Tuesday.